Welcome back to the podcast and part 3 of this 3-part series. Well, probably 3 parts. Let's see by the end. The next episode will either be finishing up in Rason or heading into Pyongyang. Either way, both will be pretty exciting, and I really hope that you've enjoyed this series where I've finally been able to take you back into North Korea. Honestly, doing the podcast is probably my favorite thing about content creating. I prefer it over doing short form and long form videos and photos. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I like talking too much. But I get good feedback from it too. So if you have enjoyed the podcast so far, then do let me know. Leave a comment. You can comment on YouTube now. You can comment on Spotify now, but you can also leave a comment on YouTube as well, depending on where you listen to this. I think you can leave a text rating on Apple Podcasts as well as a star rating as well. So if you haven't rated it, then do feel free to do so. Give me a comment and make sure you're subscribed to it as well. Anyway, let's get back onto our final episode, probably, of our Rason trip. Last week I left you guys at lunch on Pifa Island, the island that is in fact not an island but a peninsula, and it was absolutely freezing cold. We were happy to be finally moving on to the next bits of the itinerary, which would all be pretty factory based for the rest of the afternoon, and actually more specifically alcohol based. First up was the most exciting factory and the most famous factory in Rason, the brewery.
This factory is the most famous factory in Rason City, and also not only Rason City and all the country.
So we got some love for ramyeon. Here, ramyeon.
Oh yes, yeah.
I forgot to bring my wallet.
Film or take photograph here.
All of the beers in the world, right?
Listen, and the excellent price is awarded to Rason doing some processing in the wine factory.
All these beers are producing it?
Yes, produced here.
All of them, eh?
Yes.
What is the name of the beer? Probably your reason.
Tumangang beer.
Tumangang beer.
You have drunk it before.
Tumangang.
Tumangang beer.
beer. This is vodka.
This is what, how can soda,
Soda. You have cola, soda?
also something like soda, and
Cola? You have cola.
I just similar to cola.
But you said you can buy cola in some places also, right?
Cola.
Coca-Cola, can you buy Coca-Cola?
When we talk about cola, most of them we import. We import from abroad, but
we
the
can-
taste is very similar to cola.
But in which place you can buy Coca-Cola?
You can walk around the showroom of the factory where you'll see all of the different types of brews as well as the awards they've won, plus all of the different ramen and snacks they have too. You can take a look around the control room area of the factory just opposite, and then it's to the most important area, the tasting area, or bar, basically. The whole place is pretty big and airy, with each section made of glass so you can see all around. As you walk in, you're confronted with a massive portrait of Kim Jong-un, not surprising and pretty standard for a lot of the places that you walk into. And then you'll walk up to the bar area, which has massive glass windows looking outside. Honestly, a pretty nice vibe. Very roomy, very airy, and it's a nice place to drink a beer, considering you're on a factory complex.
Here or there.
And now is the most exciting bit. We get to try the beer ourselves. Kachi.
We call this a beer tasting, right? Yeah.
Now it was time for us to try the different beers available both on tap and by the bottle.
This is the local beer here in the TPRK.
I actually don't drink alcohol anymore, so I asked them if they have something else to offer. Then I remembered my colleague Greg, who came here a few weeks back, tried the corn juice, so I requested just this. 감사합니다.
You skip saying the cola.
Can we say before we go? Is that okay?
How much is for one bottle?
저는 맥주 안 마셨는데 다른 거 있.
저거
예예예. 감사합니다. 아이고 얼마네요? 얼마? 5. 얼마? 5. 오케이. 그래. I will give in a minute. 다음에. not 다음에. in a minute. 마시고 예. 감사합니다. 전 차에서.
네, 차에서.
예. Honestly, my Korean sounds so much better in my head, but hey, if you can be understood ordering yourself a drink at the bar, that is, to be honest, all you need. It has a kind of nice aftertaste. I didn't like the first sip. Yeah, no, I didn't like the first sip, but then it kept, of course. It reminds me of something, and I can't. Oh, Iron Brew! Oh my gosh, it's the same as Iron Brew.
There is something.
Yeah, what is it? But it's Iron Brew.
It's vanilla Coke.
Yes,
Something
vanilla
like
Coke,
that.
Iron.
In the US, I've had a drink like the cherry vanilla, whatever kind
Okay.
of Coca-Cola, and that tastes the same.
Really?
I think that the smell is bad, but the taste.
I didn't even
quite
smell
nice.
it. It's right. It's quite nice. I was surprised, but you're right, vanilla. But yes, the taste is very the same with Iron Brew. You probably never had Iron Brew. It's a Scottish drink.
No.
Yeah.
But it does remind me of something. But I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Unfortunately, after our drinks, it was then time to move on from the brewery, but not quite from the alcohol. The smell of beer is so strong here, actually. I can smell. Oh no, it's not beer. It's rice wine or something. The smell is very strong of fermentation. Right, we are at the Foodstuffs factory, and we're about to see how everything is produced. It looks like. Is it just alcohol? My gosh, you can smell that. I'm gonna get drunk.
I don't know how to make alcohol, but this is the process.
I'm gonna get drunk from smelling this, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna be happy after this visit. Oh my gosh.
So strong this one.
Yeah, really.
I get drunk by smelling.
That's what I just said. So this place was actually called the Foodstuffs factory, but I neither saw nor smelt any food production going on here. There was a lot of alcohol though. This was a more standard factory trip where you got to see the inner workings of the factory, and then of course had a tasting at the end, if you dared. This is like rice wine.
Rice wine.
Okay.
I think there it is
soju.
98%.
98% of soju.
Yes.
Wow.
And
Why?
the main material is corn.
Corn.
Corn and
Okay.
kind of nuts.
Yeah. Wow. Did you try it yet?
Yeah.
What is your impression?
It smells a bit like Jägermeister,
Yeah. Okay.
but tastes differently, like a medicine. But it's okay. It's decent. It's solid. I don't like it. I don't know.
I don't like it.
It's not burning in the throat. It's
Okay.
going like down softly, I would say.
Okay. It's a smooth. That's what everyone says. I don't like it. We finally move away from the booze and go completely in the opposite direction. Now we take a look around a clothing factory, and more specifically, a school uniform factory.
And this is middle school. In summer to winter.
Mika, if you're going to do it, I'll buy you this one. I'll come you tomorrow to press the button.
And this is for high school. In winter, in summer, in winter. And this is university uniform.
Color, please.
This is, some. Have you ever heard about revolutionary school? Children.
This factory was actually really interesting to look around. They have a showroom as well as the actual factory line you can go to see the different stages of production, from sewing to ironing. You then see all of the school uniforms hanging out ready to be distributed throughout the province. Each province has their own school uniform factory, so this one is just producing locally. All the uniforms are the same, but interestingly, each student gets their own tailored uniform provided by the state. They're measured individually, then the factory will produce one uniform per student based on their requirements. There are different uniforms for summer and winter, and depending on the age or type of school, so primary school or high school. Anyway, we'll hear about that now. Ah, this is the factory where they're all working. It's nice and warm in here. 안녕하십니까. Ah, these are finished ones.
Yes.
Ah,
And
Nice.
these are sent to
the schools.
school children.
I like those.
Skirts.
Very nice. And do these go all over DPRK or just in Rason?
In Rason,
Just in
as
Rason.
every province has its own school
Yes.
uniform factory.
Okay.
Those are also very cute, the little princess.
Yeah,
And,
adorable.
There is a special car which bring the uniforms just with this kind of hanger.
Okay.
So because if we put the uniforms on the just on
On
the
the floor?
bottom, it can be what just
Scrunched.
yes. So we put a special hanger in each bus for carrying
Ah,
these uniforms.
yeah.
And the uniforms are free for the students?
Yes.
How many do they get 1 year?
What?
How many do they get per year?
They get
2,
one
3?
one set or 2 sets per year for free.
I don't know. These are all free.
Yeah, but for example, one student, they get 1 skirt or 2 skirt.
One
For free.
skirt.
One skirt, right. Yeah.
One skirt and every summer is different and winter is
Yeah.
different. The design
Yes.
is
Okay.
different. So every year they get 2 kinds of
Okay.
uniforms. It means.
Yeah. So for spring, for summer and winter, they get 2 kinds.
2 kinds.
Yeah.
And this is for summer and this is for winter.
Okay.
Yes. So of course in Britain, I think children wear.
Yes, we
uniform.
also have uniform. Yeah.
And they buy in shop.
Yeah, we have to buy. It's very expensive.
If you can't buy, what happens?
You get told off. Genuinely. You get told off. It's very bad, actually. Sometimes, like, the parents can't afford to send their kids with the correct uniform, and then the teacher will send them home,
Yes.
and because they can't afford the correct uniforms. That happened in my school.
And every different uniform in different school.
Every school has different
And the
uniform.
price is
Yeah.
also
Price is
also
different. Yes, exactly.
And
Yeah.
which is famous school, the price
Yeah,
so
the
expensive.
exactly. The private school has very expensive uniform.
Yeah.
Yes.
From here to
When
school
I was in
and
Measuring.
it's kind of
Yeah, a tailor.
oh yeah, tailored. Yes, and and they make it for each one, and we wrote we put some kind of name here on paper.
Okay.
Yes, and
Oh,
each
that's
one.
nice.
Who's this
So-
one? And you. And if there are any, a little bit big and a little bit small, and they return it.
Okay.
And repair and send again.
So every single item of uniform is tailored specifically for that kid.
Yes. For example, this is Zoe, and this
Yeah,
is for
nice.
Rebecca. This is for Kim Hyang.
Okay, let's go.
I like
Sorry.
that.
I would wear.
Yeah. This is the same color as my school uniform.
Yes.
Same color. When I was in high school, this is the color that I'm wearing.
It's a Gryffindor.
Yes, true, Gryffindor. And unfortunately, no, they won't sell anything to you here.
Can you see these tall apartments? These apartments, everybody, can you see that these tall apartments?
Yeah.
That is my grandma's.
Aww. We just rode past Miss Kim's grandma's house. Well, we are currently on our way to our last dinner. Definitely have some mixed feelings about this now that I know that this might be my last dinner in the DPRK. Who knows? And not just me, you know. None of this is about me, let's be honest. None of this is about the tourists either. The last time that tourists can be in the DPRK, it's about the country. It's less about me. It's less about my experience and the tourists. It's about the Koreans and how they were very, very excited to start tourism, and you know, just seeing the disappointment in Miss Kim's face, and you know, her asking me what I think about it all. It's sad. It's a shame. It's a shame for her. It's a shame, yeah, for the tourists. But it's a shame for everyone involved in the industry, wherever you are. It's a big shame, and it's really sad that this will be our last dinner together. Maybe for a very long time. Oh, they have tofu. Yeah. It looks great. And there's tofu, my favorite. There. Before we knew it, we were sat around the table having our final dinner together as a group. Having taken well over 40 groups in my tourism career, there are honestly only a few that I still really remember and hold dear to me. This group will forever be one of those. So shout out to each and every one of the beautiful group members who you're about to hear on this recording. You are all the sweetest and the most respectful group. Honestly, you make my job not only so much easier, but an absolute pleasure. So thanks for that. Anyway, at the end of every group trip, I always ask the same question. Name the best thing about the trip and the worst thing. But there's one rule. You can't repeat what someone has already said. Let's go.
Best thing and the worst thing?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go. The best thing, being in North Korea. The worst thing, not being able to interact with people.
Okay. Your turn now, Rebecca.
So today was really fun to have a small group in
I'll put
Step
my camera down.
I guess that was fun, and I would wish for more hot food in the evening.
So, can you repeat what you said? The best thing?
No.
The best thing being North Korea.
Be able to
and there was not being able to
interact with
with people.
people.
And you said best thing?
Smoking with Mr. Park today was fun, and
Okay.
the worst thing, I wish for more hot food in the evening.
I feel that, yeah.
I mean, you can say it. You already said.
Yeah, exactly. Would you go first?
Already the worst.
Something on the best one. I have something similar
It can't be the same, though.
to chabi,
No.
but with a different flavor. Okay. Is it fair to say to understand a little bit more about daily life from at least Miss Kim's eyes? And
But don't say too much because
Some-
you will steal us.
okay. But similar to chavi, but
Well.
with a different flavor, maybe
Okay.
around those lines.
Yeah.
I think understanding a little bit more about daily life here.
And the worst thing?
And the worst thing, damn, you said two things I wanted to say. Okay, the worst thing, very difficult for vegetarians.
Yeah, sorry about that. Hey, you get yourself another piece of tofu.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, we
Thank
can
you.
get something more for you now.
But I share everything they said. by the way.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's what does it happen to me today?
All right.
Okay,
It's
shall I go?
your
I
turn.
go. Okay, so my favorite thing this time was being back in North Korea after 5 years. Like, I can't pick anything else apart from that it is finally being back. And my least favorite thing is that this will be the last tour for, who knows, maybe another 5 years.
What? No.
Who knows
Maybe-
how much
maybe.
it will... Who knows? Who knows? You know?
You still have maybe the marathon.
I still have... Oh, yes, okay, maybe the marathon. Yeah, the marathon has saved it.
We're
Yes.
gonna run together.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, those are my two favorite and least favorite. How about you?
The best thing is this is actually my first time joining a group tour, so I'm excited to be North Korea with you guys. And the worst thing is I can't really walk on the street a lot to see other buildings inside. Yeah, so that is the worst thing.
Well, maybe like, like one thing I enjoy the most is being able to come here to visit the country, and
You're repeating.
Well-
He said that already.
new one. So it's okay. Well, the second thing that I enjoy, is the food. It's very good.
Yeah,
And,
okay, the
yeah.
food.
And the least favorite thing is the weather. It's so cold outside. I hate winter.
Really?
I hate snow. That's why I didn't enjoy the weather that much. But
Okay.
everything has been fantastic so far, so can't complain.
My favorite thing was the different performances of the song of Marshall Kim Jong-un.
Oh, really? Okay, oh, that song so many times.
Stuck in my head. And the least favorite thing is we already said it, also the weather. And
Okay.
that we are starting tomorrow.
Yeah, already leaving tomorrow.
It was very
Yeah.
short.
到你了。Wait. Everything for the gram.
What is that, by the way? Any idea?
I think it's definitely meat.
Yeah?
Something.
Somebody wants
Yeah,
to
I
try
can
first?
ask. 봉상동무. 이건 고기 있습니까? 돼지고기, 돼지고기. It's duck.
Could you get one more tofu?
Yes.
Maybe?
봉상동무.
It's no dog.
두부 또 하나만 또 괜찮습니까? 두부. 예, 감사합니다.
Always.
She said she would ask.
Duck or dog?
Duck. No dog.
Yeah, like the best thing for me is like we can have conversation with the local people.
The best?
Especially with the student at the school. It's, yeah, and
Start.
Yeah, that's the worst thing.
No, start again. You want to start again. We'll take more time to edit otherwise.
yeah, the worst thing for me is like I can't go to Pyongyang. Yeah.
Oh, you can't go to Pyongyang. That's not a bad thing about this trip, though. You have to pick something about this trip. Yeah, that's a cheat.
Everything on this trip I'm very happy with. So nothing. I don't feel. Yeah.
Oh.
You have to find something.
Yeah, find something.
And then I need to find something.
I asked already as well. 물 좀 생물. Yeah, 하나. 다. Yeah. Oh, she did come with some, but
This is
okay.
yours, right?
No, I don't want. You have it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the price of coffee is
And waiting time.
more expensive.
The waiting time and the price for coffee.
The price of coffee is more expensive than I thought.
Yeah.
Coffee? Oh yeah. Let's not even think about that.
You know the iced latte is 60 yuan.
Wow.
The most
Yeah.
expensive.
Your
Yeah,
ice
60.
one, ice
Iced latte.
latte, 60.
So you have
60
€8.
for one coffee.
Yeah.
And much expensive than in China.
Yeah.
If you want to get a Starbucks as Americano in China, it's like 30 yuan, but here it's like 50, 60.
Come on, Polly. You're left.
I think the best thing about coming here, that's my first group tour, and I'm surprised at how cool that you are really cool. Like I didn't expect that. I came here just for Korea, and yeah, that's like a bonus for me. You guys, and like it's such a diverse group from different countries, different continents, and we spent some quality time together. I think. And the worst thing, maybe that we were kind of a bit too fast doing some attractions. It was a bit too, we've been in a rush.
Yeah.
So it was like everything went very, structured and
Yeah.
very fast. So if I could extend this time a bit more.
And another good thing about this tour is we have we added someone to just eat.
Yes.
Just look at the other group.
I know, imagine. Yeah. We have like a cap on our groups of like a certain amount anyway, so it would never get. Cheshi. 예,
I don't think I
감사합니다.
would enjoy my time here being in a group a bit like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I can imagine like 20 people.
Yeah, imagine how much we would have had to rush if it was 20 people.
And imagine if there were 20 content creators.
Yes. We then drove back to the hotel, and me and Miss Kim decided to have a cup of tea together in the cafe. We chatted for about an hour and honestly had a pretty nice, lovely heart-to-heart where I genuinely could feel her opening up to me and could really feel her sadness about the tourism situation. About Rason not being open anymore. Whilst I was trying to refrain from requesting much from the guides and from the locals at this time, after all, they were often busy being on camera with other people, and whilst I was simply trying to enjoy our time chatting together, I did want to get something from Miss Kim on audio for you all. I picked my timing and asked her if she didn't mind if I introduced my audio audience to her. Listening back, I'm so happy I made this effort now, even though I felt bad for switching up the vibe for a few minutes. And to be completely honest, she wasn't annoyed or phased or tired after it, because we then carried on speaking for another hour over another pot of tea. So it all worked out nicely. I also want to reassure you that in no way did I put anyone in harm by having her on this podcast. And indeed, she was a little reluctant at first, but what was the reason for this? She thought her English wasn't good enough. My gosh, can you imagine? She also mentions this in our conversation a bit later on too.
I mean, this one, we started?
This is yes.
We started?
Yes,
Already?
exactly. Yes, but I can edit, make it like I can take and delete anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So, maybe you can introduce yourself, or you don't want your name on here.
Okay, my name is Kim Hyang, and I'm a tour guide of Rason Tourist Travel Company.
Very nice to meet you, Kim Hyang.
Yes.
And your name? What is the name meaning actually? Because you have a very beautiful sounding name.
So Kim Hyang. Kim is my surname, and Hyang my last name, and Hyang means perfume in English.
Oh, it's so sweet. And maybe you can tell us how old you are.
I'm 19 years old.
Oh, you're so young. I'm so jealous. I wish I am that young too. And is there anything that you want to tell us about you, like some self-introduction? Like maybe what you study at university, or about where you grew up, or something, anything that you want.
So, just about me. I was born in Rason City in 26. Maybe January the 1st. No, January the 6th.
Oh, really? January
Yeah, January
6th?
the 6th. So Rason City is my hometown, and also I grew up here. Maybe now I'm studying in online university, long distance university system.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and I major in English. Yes.
I can tell your English is amazing.
I don't think so.
What year are you in university? Is your first year or
Second year.
second year? Okay,
Yeah.
second year. And how does the distance learning work? So you're like you have classes that you have to join online every day, or how is it working?
I contact with the university teachers, and they give me a task, and if I finish learning it, then I have some exams, and if I pass through the exam, and I got another grade. Understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
So okay, so if you pass everything, then you move up to the next grade.
Yes.
Like that.
The period of graduating from university just depends on me. How hard
how hard you're working.
How hard I study.
Ah.
If I study hard, I can graduate from university maybe in 1 or 2 years.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And how? Okay, so you're hoping 1 or 2 years. Okay, and then what will you do after that?
I want to continue my job just as tour guide.
Yeah,
I think this job is suitable to me.
Yeah, I think very suitable to you.
Yes.
Yes. And I'm just wondering, like, so also from the university as well. Like you say you do like distance learning and you do the grades, but what about the lessons? Like how do you learn? Do you have like video?
Video. Yes. On my computer screen, I can see a teacher and talk with.
Okay,
talk
so
with
it's
her.
like live teacher, live teaching.
Yeah, live teacher.
Ah.
Yes.
Is there many people in the classroom at the same time, or just one-on-one?
Sometimes many students.
Oh, that's
But,
nice.
if I have my own problem and want to talk with the teacher, just her and me, and I can contact with her
That's nice.
yes.
That's really useful.
Anytime.
Yeah, really. And how about your other classmates? Like you can sit with them, are you on the video with them as well?
Okay, yes,
and you can talk
I
with
can
them.
I can contact with them also.
Ah, that's really nice.
Just a long distance, but it's just like what real class.
So it feels like a real class.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yes.
And you're also doing Chinese, is it?
Yes,
So which one is harder, English or Chinese?
I found Chinese is more harder for me because I major in English and Chinese is second one. Second. Because when I started learning Chinese letters, I didn't write it. I just draw. Yes.
So cute, yeah. Chinese letters are hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But grammar is much more easier than English. But as to me, I like English more than
Yeah.
Chinese.
And as part of your English learning, did you watch many like foreign films?
Not foreign films, but a lot of foreign animations.
Oh, cool.
Yes, like Frozen,
Frozen.
yeah. Toy Story.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
A lot of like Lorex,
Oh, Lorex.
Finding
Yes.
Nemo,
Yeah.
and Ice Age.
Oh, they're my favorite.
Oh,
Which one? And you also saw Minions. You said the Minions with Gru, right?
Gru and Lucy. That's my favorite one. I like it.
that one.
I like it a lot.
It's so cute. Yeah. And you
No,
said
no, and Rapunzel. Also.
and Rapunzel.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of the one that I like, but I can't remember. Anyway, and you said after university you want to carry on in the tourism business. You want to be a tour guide.
Yes.
So, how I'm wanting to know your feelings on your guiding the second group you ever guided. How was your time with our group? Did you enjoy it?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I felt quite happy with you.
Yeah?
Because all of you have very good emotion about our country, and this is very good chance for me to tell you about our country
Yes,
and
definitely.
let you know about our country.
So if there is one thing that you want to let people know about your country, what is it?
Maybe and the happiness. Our people's happiness and their lives, and of course the first one is the greatness of our respected Marshal Kim Jong-un. The reason why I want to continue my job as tour guide is to let you know about our great leaders and respected Marshal Kim Jong-un
Yes.
and their their love for our people.
That's great.
Yes, and their policy. Yes,
Policy? Yeah.
and also our people's. How can I tell that ideology?
Yeah, ideology.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think if you want to know our country, the best way is to come here and see in your own eyes,
Definitely.
and also tell our listen to our people's voice. So I like this job so much.
Yeah, I can understand because it's, there's so much more to this country than what the media is saying.
Yes.
Yeah. And they can meet great people like you if they come.
So I'm going to improve my English. So sometimes I regret because if my English skill a little bit more fluent, I would tell you more about our country in exact way.
But it's crazy because your English is so perfect. I wish my English is good I wish my Korean is as good as your English. Really, your English is very good.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'll try hard.
Yes, absolutely. And even though, it's only your second group that you're taking, we got the very sad news today that there is a suspension in the tourism. How are you feeling about hearing that?
Also, I feel sad. But I'm sure you will have chance to visit our country, and also you can listen to my friend Zoe's story in our country, and I'm sure you will get more knowledge and understanding about our country. And I hope all of you to come here in the future as soon as possible. Yes.
If that's not a good endorsement, I don't know what is. So you heard Miss Kim. If you want to know more about Korea for now, you can listen to my stories, and
Yes.
then you can come here yourself.
Yes, I want to tell Zoe is very good friend of our country. Yeah.
I'm so glad to have met a new friend in Rason, and I really hope that we see each other again soon.
Yes.
Really.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe we'll meet again.
Yeah. 다시 만납시다.
다시 만납시다. Yes.
Yeah. Is there anything that you want to tell? Anything else that you want to tell the people listening to this voice?
Just come here and see your own eyes.
Yes, that's good. That's very nice. Oh,
And I want to meet you.
yes.
Yes.
Hopefully you can meet them all soon.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you also.
Thank you.
Yeah.
As it was our last evening, no one was going to bed early, and I realized there was a key cultural experience we'd missed out thus far. Enjoying telpi, a traditional North Korean snack favoured by mainly men drinking beer in bars and on the train. I ordered us some for the table.
Oh, how can I?
I can help you, but how?
Just what?
And then open it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like with all my strength?
yeah. Just tear up that dead fish.
Oh.
Yep, telpi is exactly that. A whole entire dried dead fish that you basically rip apart and dip into a soy sauce and wasabi or mustard mix. As a whole dried dead fish, pretty much as big as your forearm, it looks incredibly daunting at first, and very bizarre. In the end, we had to get the help of Mr. Pak, obviously a veteran in preparing telpi, to rip up the fish for us. Oh, he's coming. Okay, now you can teach us.
No, I need to do it.
Pak Dongji!
Oh, this one is prepared, but
Help us
we don't
with
have
this.
to.
Like, what's the expert now?
이거 안 두드려?
두드리는 건데.
Like this?
I don't know.
No,
will see, we will see.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
Is it better than kimchi?
Maybe.
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 It is good for with drink.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
So that's how we do it. Okay. You need to take it guts.
You can dip it into the soy sauce here as well.
Sauce. And this is wasabi.
Wasabi?
Oh, where's wasabi?
Oh, that is
Oh, in
green.
the sauce. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I love wasabi.
A big one. It's big one.
Rebecca?
Oh, okay, thank you. Wow.
And then?
Yes, thank you. It's been so long since I had telpi. I'm so excited. Yeah, it's good. You can just
Really
like bite
good
on
with
it. Thank
drink.
you. It goes well with nekju, with the beer.
Just put this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
With wasabi, it's the best. I love wasabi.
Yeah.
I'm crazy.
You love wasabi?
Yeah.
Wasabi? 뭐?
So
wasabi? Wasabi?
Chips. Taki chips trochę z wasabi i sosem
How do you
sojowym.
say in English?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
oh, it's okay. It's okay. 5-second rule, you know. So it's really funny.
What was your question? You were asking something. How do we say?
What?
What, wasabi?
Yeah, but you had a question, I think, before.
Maybe he forgot.
Wasabi, how to say in English?
Wasabi.
Wasabi.
It's just wasabi.
Just
Wasabi.
wasabi.
Oh.
Wasabi.
Korean also wasabi.
But in Polish, it's wasabi also.
And Chinese also wasabi.
So wasabi is
Oh, you speak Chinese. Your Chinese is so good.
so I know wasabi is a Japanese sauce.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Can I have some more?
Of
Yeah,
course.
of course. All is yours.
You know, I went through a period of time of coming to Korea so much that like eating this telpi just became like a normal thing to me, right? And then there was one time that I was going back to the UK. So I thought that I would bring my friends like something nice from DPRK to bring to my friends in England.
Oh yeah.
So I bring them Taedonggang Mekju, Taedonggang beer, and 2 big bits of talpi.
Yeah, yes.
And I take it to the park. We're sitting in the park together, and I'm like, okay, here I got you some gifts from Korea. And I take this big dead dried fish, and I start ripping it up for them. And I'm just sitting in the park, and they're looking at me like, are you crazy? And then I suddenly look at myself, and I'm like, wow, I'm really crazy. Like, I suddenly was like, yeah, we don't do this in the UK.
Come back. Took back.
But it
Oh,
tastes so
let
good.
me get a glass so I
In
can
Polish,
check beer with
it's
you.
na zdrowie.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Na zdrowie.
Rebecca?
Absolutely. 봉상너무 맥주 하나 더 주십시오. 커프 하나 더. 커프 2개. Do you want also?
Yeah.
Yeah. 커프 3개.
What are you ordering?
감사합니다. One more
And
beer
Miss
and
Kim,
3
do you want?
glasses.
거품 4개?
커프 4개. 커프 4개 주십시오.
No.
Yes. Just leave it. Just one small bit.
It's impressive that Zoe speaks so many languages.
No,
right?
my Korean is very bad. You can ask them. My Korean is really just like
Your pronunciation is correct.
no.
I know
Even
that.
my Polish is bad. That's 5 languages.
감사합니다.
Wow.
Oh, No, let me do.
I had German for 4 years in my school, and
But I know that Korean is the most difficult language to learn.
Yeah, it's very
Yes.
What year I
감사합니다.
What
예,
year are you
감사합니다.
born?
Okay.
2001.
감사합니다.
Okay, 2001.
Okay. Shall we chuk bae? Cheers, guys.
cheers.
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 Oh,
Cheers. Hey. Oh no.
This beer is so good.
Yeah, it's really good. And let me reassure you, that wasn't the last cheers of the evening, as we thoroughly got the most out of our last night in Pyongyang and somehow still managed a pretty restorative sleep for the next and final day in North Korea. This will be our departure day. The borders only open certain times of the day, and we would be going in the afternoon, meaning we still had some time this morning to explore before heading to the border area. Knowing it would be my last time here for a while, I made sure to do some serious souvenir shopping. I was also determined to leave with a really nice piece of art. I've been doing this a lot recently. Whilst in my 20s, I never bought any souvenirs. Now I'm a little bit older, I've started to regret that. If I'd have picked up things from, the 60, 70 odd countries I'd visited in my 20s, then I would probably have quite the collection of things. But to be honest, that's why I didn't do it as well, basically because I've had nowhere to store these kind of things. I still don't have a place to store these kind of things now, but I'm hoping that at some point in my real adult life, I will get a nice place to settle down, to live, to stay for at least an extended period of time. So I've started collecting little nice bits of expensive things from around the world. And something to commemorate my first trip back to the DPRK in 5 years was on the top of my list.
And what are the topics? Is it like usually about country and party, or do you? Because in the paintings I can see that there's like a lot of about like party, right, about Korea.
As you can see, talk about
And
the
nature,
natural, of course in Korean natural, in our country. And as you
Do you
can
have
see,
like any paintings or movies that are produced by Koreans but take place in different countries, for example?
I think maybe.
Just in autumn with the sunset.
Yes.
And this one is the swallow?
Swallow.
Yeah. And what is the meaning of this one?
Perfume in midnight and midnight.
Ah. And how about this one?
Spring.
Just spring. But what does it say here? Like
It's dates.
2024.
2024.
Okay. And what is the meaning of this one? Back here.
This one. Grape harvest.
Grape harvest. This is me attempting, in my, once again, poor Korean, to ask the staff which one is her favourite. 당신은 제일 좋아하는 동지가 제일 좋아하는 그림 어느 그림입니까? 여거 저거 여거 다 예.
제일 유명한 화가가 그려요.
유명한
우리나라에서 유명한
그래요? 그럼 이게 유명하지 않나?
여도 유명합니다.
다 유명합니까? 일반
영어는 이름 있는 화가가 그린 그림.
어떡해요. This is me attempting in my, once again, poor Korean to ask the staff which one her favourite is out of a few that I liked. Well, at least she understood what I wanted. Although, good saleswoman as she is, she pointed out pretty much all of them. It turns out that a couple I had picked out were by one of the most famous artists in the DPRK. That's what we were chatting about here. Actually, this ended up being a bit of an issue as they had to get special permission to sell something so precious to a foreigner, but that story is for a different time. Anyway, I did manage to purchase a piece. Okay. I'll get this one. And of course, as soon as I'd made my decision on which piece I wanted, the price somehow goes up. Well, I had made up my mind anyway, and that painting was coming home with me. So we are now at the pharmaceutical shop, pharmaceutical factory. Let's see what's on offer.
Ingredients. Treat high fever tissue. It is unconscious.
So is it produced and
Oh, they have a lot of Korean products here, a lot of face creams, cosmetics.
how would you translate it? Okay.
And what do you use it for, you said?
The brain disease and
When you say this is what you mean, like a fever?
anything.
Like for you.
真的老虎，
真的
真的老虎，
真的哦，
你别骗我。
真的是有，真的有。
这个我说的都是实话。
哦，OK，我相信你，我相信你。你们不骗人，朝鲜不骗人。
对对对对对。
啊，OK。
Oh, Rason, ginseng. So much ginseng. 얼마나? 얼마나요?
6년생. 6년생이
예.
30.
30원. 30원. Oh. No, but you could get yourself some ginseng for just 30 renminbi. 30 is cheap. The pharmacy had a range of things and obviously was ready to cater to a Chinese audience as well. Ginseng or Rason is a popular root with East Asians, and it's known for its medicinal properties. I think it's been put in a lot of things in the West recently too, such as face masks and things like that. There was a load of different ginseng-based products as well as the actual fresh ginseng root too. Honestly, I had pretty mixed feelings about the pharmacy. They take tourists straight up the stairs to this kind of nicer area, and it did feel like it was a bit on show. But upon closer inspection, I realized that it's just kind of like they put all of the nice premium products on the second floor and lead foreigners straight up there, whereas on the ground floor, there were just lots of Koreans buying medicine and the normal things as usual. Ah, ginger. 맛있습니까? Very good. And there's lots of different products. We see some Korean tea. We see some completely just raw ginseng, which I've never seen before actually. It's quite interesting. Just to see stacks and stacks of raw ginseng root. Some Japanese products, but it's mainly Korean actually. Some honey, DPR Korean honey. It's a good mix of nice things to buy, like nice cosmetics and honey and skincare and things, and then actual pharmaceutical stuff, you know, for like a headache or any illness. Some of it is definitely from China, Chinese writing, some from Japan I see. A lot of Korean products though. Stuff for a headache. And of course they have the typical tiger bile thing that is supposedly good for you. It's very popular with the Chinese. Glucose injections, things for colds, pain and cold reliever, something that looks like Benadryl, sweets, healthy sweets. Massage gun, massager, massage gun.
Yes.
That's funny.
Maybe that is important.
Yeah, I think so. Is there any like any super popular cosmetic at the moment? Is there any brand that's no cosmetic like these ones? You know, like the face products and stuff. Is there any like very famous brand at the moment or anything?
Oh, you know, Personal.
Personion is a famous brand.
It's all
Ah, at the
Personal.
bottom.
I use this
Yeah.
one.
Oh, really? That's why you look so young. Yeah.
You know, can you see that?
Yes.
Hongsam.
Yeah.
That is the most popular.
Oh, really? Hongsan.
Kind of insam.
Yes.
And Hongsam especially good for skin.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
All
Hongsan.
my aunt, my mother, and also I use that one.
They're all using that one. Is it?
Yes, Hongsam. Very good.
Ah. How much is it? Let's see.
이 홍삼을 하니까 홍삼.
황사 화장품?
예.
어떻게
예, 보세요. 예.
Yeah.
홍삼.
그냥 세이 200원짜리입니까 이거?
204?
양발.
204?
양발.
Yeah, it's
200.
팔선.
Palsonyon. Ah. So you think I should buy it? After our first few souvenir shops, it was finally time to head to our last and final stop at lunch, and then the Chinese border. Of course, the drive had to include some tunes and karaoke. Is everyone ready for our last stop of this trip now? Our last stop, our lunch, and then we'll head to the border. How's everyone feeling? Oh, yeah. We'll have a short drive and then get to lunch. Don't eat too many snacks.
Would you like some snacks?
We finished our lunch at the restaurant about 30 minutes from the border. It was a big building with honestly not much inside, including heating. So, to keep warm whilst we were waiting for the border to open, we decided to challenge our Korean friends to a few games of ping pong before we finally had to say goodbye and go through all of the fun and stress of the both Korean and Chinese border security.
Okay, here you go. You want to say something?
Oh! Oh!
Pozwoliłem się, ale zapisik był dobry na początku. Ale pan park widać, nie, że w tej ponadgarstku jak to chodzi.
Oh! Oh! Got serious. Ayo. Leaving this time around felt pretty surreal, I have to say. Saying goodbye to Korean colleagues when you know that you might not see them for a long time hits very differently, and it's something I've never had to do, even though, you know, I say goodbye to Korean colleagues all the time, and, you know, even though the last time I said goodbye, it wasn't for 5 years still ongoing that I saw them. I didn't know that that would be the case. But this time, we really didn't know when we would see each other next. It was supposed to be in just a couple of weeks, but that's probably not going to happen. So, yeah, it was bittersweet. Of course, I was happy that the tour went really well, but I could definitely tell that the vibe was a little bit sad. But honestly, I didn't have much time to, ponder over these things because I still had a job to do. I still had to get everyone over the Korean border and then back into China. And now entering Korea was relatively easy, chaotic, but relatively easy. Leaving was a little bit more stressful. We were stuck at the border for about an hour and a half as they went through all of our phones, all of our cameras, basically checking everything. Now, it's not as if they literally go through every single photo, every single video. Some of the content creators that I was with literally had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of gigabytes of content. So they're not checking absolutely everything. And no one reported that anything was ever deleted. For this kind of thing, they're generally looking for the general vibe of the photos that you've taken. They're not going to look through every single thing. If something catches their eye, then of course they might investigate further. But a lot of it is for show as well. So anyway, they checked all of our devices, and then finally, we could be on our way to China. So we boarded the bus, got all of our things in the bus, and then it was time to head back over the bridge and back into China. And this is exactly where I'm going to leave you this time. We managed to get into all one episode. I was worried that we would have to split this into 2 parts and it would have to be a 4-part series. I'm glad that we got this into 3 parts. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. I'm sorry that you had to wait a long time for all of this to come out. And in the next couple of weeks, I mean, when you'll be listening to this, actually, I will be in Pyongyang. So I head into Pyongyang on the 5th of April for the marathon, and then I will be coming out again on the 8th. So this episode is coming out on the 6th of April if you are listening on Spotify or Apple Music or on YouTube. If you are a patron of mine, then you will have already had this episode 3 weeks ago when I posted them all together, this whole series. The episode where I go into the Pyongyang Marathon, of course, I will be recording, by the way. But I can't promise that this will be out next week. I have no idea how busy, how crazy it's going to be. Let's see. And just to kind of clear things up about what's happening with the Pyongyang Marathon, we are there as official running delegation. This is not for tourism purposes, although we are doing some tourism activities. We are there as a full, proper running delegation. North Korea tourism has not resumed to Pyongyang. This is just a group for runners. And as the official Pyongyang Marathon partners, Koryo Tours are taking a couple of hundred runners, not tourists, in for that. So thanks for sticking along this long. And do tune in next week or the week after, whenever I manage to get this next episode out. Thank you for joining. Catch you all later.